with Oscar week being here finally, what have you looked forward to most?
What do I look for? Well, I'm a voter, so I look for the best performers, the best pictures. The great thing about being a voter is it forces me to get out of the house and get off the couch and go to the movies.
Now, does
See
that
them.
mean you've seen all 62 nominations?
No, no. I've seen as many as I can, though.
I tried that.
And, obviously I won't vote for something I haven't seen. So, but it's good. It's a good process.
And are you allowed to speak at all about which?
About who I'm going to vote for?
No, about different aspects of different movies that you've enjoyed.
Well, there's a lot of movies, especially for a lot of good, great performances this year. Especially the women. Women, wonderful. I mean, Meryl Streep and I mean, even women who didn't get nominated. Charlize Theron, I thought was great in young adult. So there's a lot of great performances and a lot of that's the other thing. You always find something interesting in the movies to look at. I most like to see movies, and like we get the screeners and their industry screenings, but I love to see them in the theater.
I'm the same way.
As I like to see them with an audience, with popcorn.
It's all about the atmosphere, right?
Uh,
And is there a certain style of movie that you sort of aim towards that you're more likely to go to?
Good movies. I can't. My taste in movies is very Catholic. I mean, I like all kinds. If it's a good movie, I like it. I'm probably a little more critical of comedies because that's my business. I mean, I'm a comedy writer. I've written comedy plays and comedy movies. So that's my field of expertise. So I'm going to be looking at it maybe with a little more critical eye than somebody else. And the same with acting. It's like that's the other thing. As an actor, you see, it's hard for people to separate the material and the performance. You have to look through the material and say, wow, that's a great part. Anybody in that part who's good would score. But you have to look at the movies that aren't quite that good so that you're not as interested, but you have to look at what the actor's doing and you're saying, wow, that person is taking chances and doing interesting things. And that's what it's finding those kind of gems that is fun.
Now, speaking of comedy and gems, you had a part in Big Daddy.
Yeah.
That was years ago, but it's still one of my favorites.
Well, thank you.
Is there anything that you can pick out from that part that sort of stuck with you for life?
Well, I had a chance to do a piece of work. That's what I look for. Because being a writer and an actor, I don't sit around waiting for the phone to ring. Because I love writing. I mean, I've just completed two new plays. One character play my wife is doing is a third one that we're going to be producing. So I only like to act things where I can really do a piece of work. I just want to do things for and it was a small part. It was only a couple of scenes, but it was an opportunity to have some fun and it turned out to be a good movie and a good part. So. And it's when you do that, it's memorable. It was basically a one-scene part, but a lot of people remember it because it was well written, and I had a chance to do something that was unique to me.
And are you allowed to tell me what your plays are called and what we can look forward to?
I have one play called Attachments, which is a two-character play, comedy. I have another play my wife's play, which is probably the closest to being produced, is a one-character play called My Life on a Diet. It's a one-character play. Then I've got another play I wrote with a third writer called A Matter of Inconvenience, which is kind of a comedy drama. And then I'm working on a straight historical play about Lincoln right now. Lincoln and Frederick Douglass.
You've obviously got a lot of things on the go all the time.
And not only that, my son has hooked me into working on this Italian opera.
Really?
They did an excerpt of it here at the Italian Consulate, Cultural Institute over on Westwood. So I'm getting involved in that too, and I love it. So,
and have you ever done anything to do with opera before?
no.
So it's a different experience for you.
Well, this is like a hybrid. It's an opera in that there's a lot of story is told through song, but there's also more dialogue than you'll get in a normal opera. So it's kind of somewhere between an opera and a musical comedy. And we'll see. I think it's a great theme, great story, and the music is very good. And it just needs some shaping up, some simplifying the song. Actually, it just has too many characters in it to really produce.
And with your plays, will they be showing in LA or will they be all over, say in Canada?
Whoever offers us American dollars first. Because we live out here most of the time, it's easier to certainly try them out here. Because when obviously, if you do a workshop, you're going to do it for a price. So to go to New York and do it means, we used to have a house back east, so we'd go back and forth a lot.
Okay.
But now it's a bigger deal to go to New York and do something. So yeah, I would imagine we're going to be doing. In fact, Renee's play, my wife's the play, My Life on a Diet. We've had 2 theaters already offer us their space and produce it. But we're still working on we want to get it right first. It's good now, but we got still work to do on it. But
Good. Well, all the best.
well, thank you.
Hopefully I get to see your place.
I hope so. Come backstage.
That would be perfect. I'd
Not
love
to
it.
criticize.
No, definitely not to
you like it.
criticize. Yes,
Okay.
that would be perfect.
All right,
Thank you so much
dear.
for your time.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Nice to meet you.